Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. I'm Anthony, and tonight I am actually going to be opening a box that I got from Top Dog Bourbon, and it's going to be the first time live that I'm going to open a box such as this for everyone to see. In other words, I have no freaking idea what is in this box. So we're going to find out here together tonight and see just what I have in store for him and from him. Sorry, for him, God, from him. But today I told him, I said, look, I don't expect you to be up because I know he likes to be in bed by, 8 o'clock because he's on the other side of the states here. I'm on the west side. He's on the east side. So when he actually came on and said, hey, I'm not going to make it. And I'm like, I understood that. It's late for him over there. It's like, what is he? It's 9 here. It's 11 for him in Tennessee. So yeah, where he's at, it's 11 o'clock. So yeah, it's bedtime for him. And I know he hit the circuit, so he was around for Livewire a little bit, and I'm sure that he popped on a few other streams today. But I appreciate everybody being here and looking forward to opening this box with you and just seeing what's in there. I'm going to take care of a little housekeeping real quick. But while you guys are here, please do me a favor. Smash that like button like you've never hit it before. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And then once you do, go over there, click on that bell. And when you click on that bell, make sure you click on the one that says all, because if not, YouTube will not notify you when I do my next live or post another video if you don't check that box. So that's important. But anyway, just want to say hi to a few people. Hey, Mark, always glad to have you here. Appreciate it, Mr. Great Shot. Cheers. Oh, hey, that was a great stream today. I was in and out a little bit there today, Stacy. But when you sent me that question earlier about the peated Irish whiskey, just let me know and I'll be there. That's for darn sure. Oh my goodness, here's the man, the myth, the legend, Bourbon Baller Lee. Cheers, man. Always great to see you here. Always appreciative. And John, always nice to see you. That's for sure. It's not like I haven't seen you recently, but still, you're here. Appreciate it. And then here we go. We got Mike. Always nice to have you here. OJ for hire. Cheers, man. Thank you for popping on. Always appreciate that. And thank you for your comments today, man, on Instagram. Appreciate you. Richie G, always great to see you, Richie. Cheers. And looky here, we got Kathy Joe. And I am grateful that you're here. I know you're busy studying. I totally get it. And I appreciate you taking the time to pop on here, smash that like button, and just say hi. That's for sure. Oh my goodness, JD. Wait a minute. It's morning for you, isn't it, JD? I'm like, I had to do a double take for just a second there. Z-Man, what is up, man? Nice having you here. Appreciate you, man. And then there's another one. Big Vic, what is up, man? Nice to see you. And you know what, Vic? I'm going to have to go back and check because I am not getting all of your notifications when you're on. And I particularly make sure I do look on the weekends on there. But anyway, I got to go back and just tick that bell off and tick it back on because sometimes that actually works. But for some stupid reason, I am just not getting all of those things. Hey, Isaiah. Cheers, man. Thank you for popping on. And looky here. We got Mr. C. Jackson in the house. Cheers, brother. Great to see you. And then, of course, Jerry Black, another great supporter of all of us here on Whiskey Tube. Cheers, man. Great to see you. Nice to have you here. And then look at this. Northwest Bourbon is still up. Always appreciate it when Mark is popping in here. Gordon, I'm telling you, we're going to see here real soon. We're going to see if them socks are in this box. That is for sure. And then look at this. Livewire is in the house. I'm telling you, those guys are a big deal on Whiskey Tube. If you've not heard of them, you have got to go over there and check them out. They really are a big deal over there. And then we got Tim Evans, cheers, man. Always great to see my peeps from Illinois coming on over here. Great to have you here, man. Oh, got the East Coast really represented there. It's Delaware. What's up, Matt? Nice to see you. Jay, cheers, man. Thank you for popping on. Truthfully. Oh, I was looking for you, Bill. I was like, Bill has got to pop up in here somewhere. Great to have you here, man. Cheers. Yeah, I'm excited about this box. That's for sure. So we're just going to have to see what's what in there soon, but it could be a pear shock. Yeah, I've been at work for 2 hours. See, I'm going to say it's 7 a.m. there in Lithuania. Okay. Cheers, man. Great having you here. Really, honestly, great having you here. You're helping me procrastinate. I did a lot of that today, Kathy Joe. I've got to study for a state test here coming up, and I'm just procrastinating on doing it. I mean, I know I can do it, but I just don't have the gumption. But I'm going to get there. I'm just going to go ahead and schedule it. Then that way I know the deadline's there, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. So totally get it. All right, let me scroll down here, make sure I did not miss anybody. I did not. Great. All right, well, I purposely haven't had a drop to drink since, I'm going to say round 2 this afternoon, and it was just a simple pour of Glenfiddich, 12-year-old, and I had 2 of them while I was sitting at the bar with a friend while we were having a little lunch and watching the game. So let me get this box open because I'm sure you guys want to see what socks he had sent. And do not try this at home. I am a trained professional. I have only stabbed myself once and took 4 stitches. So I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's just see what's in this box. I have no idea. So I am moving my hand away from the knife, people. Yes, I am. I have figured this out. I only needed to stab myself once. And it wasn't hard to do. Not at all. Oh, man. I've never seen a box wrapped like this, John. He's going to be watching this in the morning. Holy smokes. I mean, this thing is sealed. All right. This is going to take a little surgery. Bear with me here as I cut all of this off here. Here we go. Now we're getting to it. Another incision here, and I'll be able to get to the heart of this box. There we go. Wow. Nice size box. I'm going to have to keep that. I may have to do that. So anyway, I don't know if any of you saw Top Dog's video that he had on Instagram. And as you know, he takes bottles and he makes them into lamps. Of course, what do I spy but a long branch lamp there? And I chuckled and I said, well, that's about the best use I've seen for long branch in my life. Go buy yourself a bottle of that crap, spill it out, send it to John. He'll turn it into a lamp for you. And actually, you're going to have something you're going to use. I'm like, holy smokes, that is amazing. Now I'm joking about it. I can only imagine what the hell's going to turn up next. All right. Box is open. I do see bubble wrap. Wonder if he sent me a mug. I gave him one of my Bourbon Neophyte mugs. Let's see. Oh. I will honestly tell you, I can only imagine what this is, but I am going to say this is a heck of a, I don't know what it is. It's a hell of a bottle, but I know it's something from him. Check that out. That has got to be the biggest sample I've ever got. And look at that seal on that son of a bitch. Huh? Holy smokes. Look at that. Man, oh day. I don't know what it is, but it certainly doesn't look like apple juice. All right, hold on. Oh, there's something else in this box. Let's see what it is. Oh, I wasn't sure what it was. Look at this. All right, it's official. Got some swag here. Got a Top Dog Bourbon t-shirt. Holy smokes, and it's the best size. All right. Well, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I actually like the weight of that. I don't have to show my wife that because she's making some t-shirts for me. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's the same ones. That's the one I was using. Perfect. Yeah, those things are nice. All right. Oh, what else do we got in here? Look at this. Top Dog Bourbon. I think, I think it's a journal. Hold on. Let me look so I can write some notes on here about my whiskey drinking. And it is too. Yes, it is. That is terrific. Well, thanks a lot, John. I do appreciate that. That's neat. I mean, you talk about getting some swag, get all kinds of stuff, and you get something like that in there. And then, not to mention, I don't know how many people get these shirts. I don't see too many in the wild. That's for sure. Let me flip that around. Yeah, I'm gonna sport that for sure. Without a doubt. I like that color. I think this is the color that we sent Mike Stahl. That's for sure. Hold on, I'm going to set this over there. So now he's got this sample bottle here and reminds me of the top on like a Maker's or a Knob Creek. So I don't know if I'm going to have to fight to get this off, but I have just the thing. And I'm opening it. I don't know what it is because there's nothing that says what it is. So I'm opening it. Well, definitely opens easier than a Knob Creek right off the bat. Boom. Look at that. So let's see here. Take this thing off. Oh, it's a twist top. Okay, that's all right. Wow. Wow. You pull this top off here. Ooh, man. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know. Well, I know it's whiskey. I don't know what it is in there, but man. All right. I've got just the right glass for that. I'm going to use my Whiskey Encore glass with the Whiskey Encore cover while I pour a little of that in there just because. Man, look at the size. That is a sample. I should just put a straw in that sucker and try it out. Now, actually, I don't know what this is other than it's whiskey. I just don't know what it is. And I'm sure at some point he'll tell me and I will relay that information back to you all. But I don't know. But I'm going to pour it. And I'm going to pour myself a little taste. That's for sure. It's a nice color. I'm holding it up to the light thinking you could see it, but I know you can't, but I'm doing it for me. But here you go. It's got a little color to it, that's for sure. Oh, man. I don't know, but I'm going to put the top on it here a minute, and I'm going to let it set. God, my mouth's watering just smelling this thing. Wow, wait. Holy smokes. Did I see the Jackson house? Yeah, Jacob made it. Wow, what's going on in the great state of New Mexico, man? Always great to see you. That's for sure. Did you see the size of that bottle, Jacob, the Top Dog had just sent? Wow. I'm telling you, that's a sample. I mean, that is a sample if I've ever seen one. And you know, I can't ever get rid of this bottle. That's for sure. That's a hell of a sample. That's for darn sure. All right. Oh, Ben Demon Hunter's in the house. Cheers, man. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in there. That's for sure. Always appreciate that. But man, ooh, man, I don't know. What is this thing? I'm going to tell you what. Do you know what it reminds me of? When he was in town a couple of weeks ago, we were drinking Wild Turkey Decades. And when I was sitting at the bar when we got up there before I got my drink, I could smell that coming out of the glass. Now, I didn't know what it was, but to me, I was like, man, that smells like a turkey. I'm not saying this isn't. But holy smokes. This is striking me as a turkey, a turkey product. Let's say that. I don't know. But anyhow, getting back to that, that is what I'm saying. This well, as soon as I knows that brought back that memory instantly. Um, this does not smell as sweet as the decades did to me. I mean, literally, his glasses, if you're sitting in a bar, the person's sitting next to you and he's talking to me here, I'm sitting just pretty much right where I'm at, and he's talking to me in the glasses in front of me. And I'm like, wow, what is that? And I even said, is that a wild turkey? And he goes, why, yes. And he's like, it's the decades. I go, oh yeah. And I just happened to be staring at the bottle that they had at the bar. But anyhow, that's almost what it seems like to me. And like I said, I didn't see. I'm going to make sure it's not me, that he didn't write it anywhere in there, and I just missed it, because you know what? He did send me this thing. Now, I could be grabbing at straws, and he wants me to guess this and pull something out of my ass. But I just want to see it. And he said, well, I wrote it in a book to see if you would actually look through that book. I'm looking through the book. But of course, it would kind of ruin the surprise, me going, oh no, it's this. And he wrote it in here. But anyway, yeah, I don't see anything in here. I'm not going to pull it. I know it just is an insert. But just in case he was trying to pull a fast one, I wanted to double check in here. But anyway, all right, I got to take a sip of this and see what in the heck it might be. And I might just go pour a little 101 just as a little comparison. I know when we're talking decades and stuff like that, it's still turkey. So I'm looking for the nose on that, and it'll be like, let's see. But anyway, I swear I'm getting a little peanutty note, but like an almond. I don't know. I don't know. Stop guessing, because I just don't know. Wow. Well, it certainly isn't a 95 proofer. That's for damn sure. It is not, whatever this is. I'm going to say 107, 110. It doesn't, it's definitely not a 90 proofer. It could be a little warmer than that. I don't know, but I don't think this thing is. I mean, I'm thinking this thing is pretty good on the palate. Let me get another little sip in there now that the first palate shock is over from whatever the heck this might be. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. You know, well, I don't know. I mean, I am going to do that, Richie Z. I've got to pour some of that and see, because it's it's pretty darn close. It's pretty darn close. I am going to get some, but let me clear my palate off here too. Little something like a on the finish. I mean, it's almost like a rye spice, because I'm getting it across my tongue, and but usually the rye grabs me on the sides of the tongue. This one is kind of right in the center of the palate on the tongue, and it's like, All right, let me get a little turkey here. Where is that turkey? Where? Oh, I see it. Do, 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 do. Everybody's got to have a bottle of turkey, I'm sure. And this is an older one because it's the paper label. God, I should have bought a couple of these when they were out, but just it's one of those things ago. They were a dime a dozen at the time, and then I just didn't pick up the older one, but that's okay. Let me get my Glen here and pour a little taste, but I'm having a few reservations on that. Nothing like a little pour in your Deathless Dogs Glen right there. Thanks to Dan who dropped that off to me with his pick. Did you guys try the pick that he did? If you didn't, holy smokes, was that damn thing good? Really good. Anyway, pour a little of this juice in here. Wow. I don't know, but I'm gonna put my other Glen cap on there. You guys ever watch this guy, Big Vic? Got to keep these things around, particularly Big Vic, but these Glen caps, because they do a great job. So I'm just letting that sit there for a minute. Let some of it go. Let me just look at something here. Oops. That off. Don't you go anywhere. I'm just kind of looking at the color. Well, I can see that the 101's just a little lighter than this, but we shall see here in a moment. But I just wanted to leave that on there. Let's give it a little shake here and see what's what. It's similar. This is a little sweeter, of course. A little more like caramely, vanilla, spice on it on the one from Top Dog. Very similar to me. This isn't as sweet. Now I'm going to take a sip. Give me a minute. It's a turkey. I'm going to call it a turkey. I don't know what turkey it is, but it's got the turkey funk. How's that? It's got the turkey funk. So I don't know what turkey it is, if it even is, but I'm going to say it here and it's recorded that it's a wild turkey, but I don't know what it is. Oh, Greg, you're sorry. Let me highlight Greg here. Yeah, they're still there. Let me know. I would be interested when you come out here to drop off one or so. So let me know, Greg, because I know you come out here often. Yeah, you need to. That one that Deathless Dogs did, Richie. I'm telling you what, he sent me that, and wow, I got a. I don't know what I did with the bottle he had sent because I wanted to read the name off of it, but it's what the heck? I've got the sample bottle, so I don't know. But anyway, it was really damn good. really good. Nice viscosity, nice flavor, a nice sweetness to it. Nice proof. Was it 120 on the proof? And it certainly did not drink as hot as it was. That's for sure. So he had a damn good pick there. That's for sure. Damn good pick. But I do not know what John sent me, but I'm gonna call it and say it's a turkey because having the 101 with this on the palate, there's to me that turkey funk is in this, is on that. So is what's making me say this is some type of a turkey, but I do not know. Hey, it could be a concoction that he just threw up, made up, and put it in that bottle just to try to stump me. That's all right. He won't be the first one. That's for sure. JD Bourbon Approach. He, God, how many bottles? I got a couple of them left up there, but I'm going to say he dropped off probably 10 different samples. And I worked it out with Whiskey Encore so that I could go on because I would have to go on during Whiskey Encore. And I didn't want to encroach on Cheech because JD is in Lithuania. And so for him, it's early in the morning for me to be on like this stream to try to get it to where he can be on and coach me through these samples that he gave me. And it was an interesting stream doing that. And like I said, I still have some up there. I've got a few left because I'm going through them sparingly, but I'm probably going to have to start polishing the rest of them off because you just don't want to leave them sitting in there. I mean, you don't want to leave them sitting there, but once you start drinking a sample down, like I've got this one, yeah, it's time to get rid of them. So I'm going to have to get up there and do that. But they were really, really great samples. And some of them I'll never get because they're only available in Poland. And so he got me some of those samples last time he was home and he dropped them off. And it was like, wow. And so we did this stream and I put it together so he could actually be on and do it. So it's tough when you're going halfway around the world and trying to put together a blind flight to have the person that got it to you there to talk about it. But that was really gracious of him to do that. That's for sure. Mm. That is nice. I don't know exactly which one this is, but this is nice. And to me, like I said, it definitely tastes like a turkey, but um, wow. I mean, it's really, really nice as far as the taste on this. 'Cause it's not a high proof, that's for sure. When I say high proof, I said 110, I may back it down a notch, 105, 110, somewhere in between there. I don't think it's over 110. So if it is like a wild turkey decade, just using that, then that's going to come in at about what? 105, 106. I forget what that is on there on the decades. If somebody knows, put it in chat for me, please. But maybe it's 107. I don't think it's 101, is it? I think it's just a tad higher than that on those wild turkeys like that. Darn it. I can't remember. Nope. I'm saying, oh, wait a minute. No, I got a picture. No, I don't. No, I do not. That's not the picture of the bottle I have. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Put the cap back on that. Take a drink of water. The legs on this thing I don't know if you guys can see them Yeah, I could see it on the monitor. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they are very nice and they are slow moving coming down the side. Up, focus. There we go. Get off me. I'm not anything to focus on. But they have nice legs on that glass. Honestly, really nice. Well, you know what, Rich? It's funny when I turned around and I saw the Russells, I went, I wonder. And yeah, but I'm talking like the Wild Turkey, the decades. Okay, I have the 101, but you're right. Some of the older ones were a little hotter, but I'm just trying to remember what that one was that Top Dog and I had when we were at Cosmo a couple weeks ago. But you know what? This definitely isn't a Kentucky Spirit. Kentucky Spirit is 101. Kentucky Spirit is 101. It's just sweeter, more viscous than the regular turkey, without a doubt. Love that Kentucky Spirit. Um, I mean, it's still Wild Turkey 101, but that's the single barrel. And it's just good. I'd pay the extra money to get another one, but I've only ever purchased one, or maybe that's the second bottle I've had. But it's a good bottle to have on there and do a comparison, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, the Glencaddam 10. I forgot about that. Yes, that little gem. Yes, 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 yes. Because I certainly can't find that here, and nor for 25 euros. Yeah, can't. Just can't find it for that. But anyway, thank you. Always appreciate that. And where is it at? Is this one it? I think this is it, JD. Yep, I've got it done and ready to go. And I'll show you if you're still looking. It will be going out in the mail this week for sure. Boom. Coming your way. It will be there. So it's set, it's ready without a doubt, and it should be there for your cup of coffee when you get home. That's for sure. But you know what, Richie Z? I'm going to grab that Russell's real quick. Which Russell's here is it? Okay. So I am going to trip over this box for some reason. You move this thing. Kill me. Anyway, so I brought this one out so Greg will know exactly which one I have. This is Liquor at the Lakes pick that Storytime, aka Shane, had talked about. And I just have to, I got to take a quick sip of this thing. I think you might have been on to something a little bit there, Richie Z. I think you might be on to something there and might help me narrow in the proof. Everybody asks me that. They're not like being sold. My wife makes them. And so she made a few of them, and I'm giving them out as they come, but people are asking me to buy them all the time. So I may get a few more for sale. I'm not sure, if she feels like doing it, you know, fine, but she makes them, Trish did the logo, but she's taken the logo and been able to transfer it to these mugs. And I've been testing them, like in the dishwasher to make sure they don't come off or anything like that. And they haven't. And so the only other person that has one in the wild is Top Dog. And he did a shot of it when he got home having his coffee in it. So let me pour a little of this in here. Oh, look at there. Story time made it home. He was out headbanging at a concert. So let's just do a little taste of this here and see if I'm not saying he snuck in a pick, something like this, but we'll see. Hey Shane, yeah, I heard stories about this bottle right here. That's for sure. So let's just see something here. Shane, I will send it back. I'm almost done with it. That way it won't cost me as much to send it back to you. And then you can recycle the glass bottle. This is definitely sweeter on the nose, but very similar nosings. But the one from Top Dog is still a little sweeter. So this is the pick from Shane, Liquor on the Lakes. And I'm going to do a sip of that. Mm-hmm. It is similar. It's very similar. Um, but how do I want to say this? A little more refined on this one. Um, but there's just, it has the same wild turkey funk, if that makes sense to everybody. It has the same. So from the 101 to this, to the cherry forward in this, because it's that Russell's pick and it's always been cherry forward, but there's similarities here that I'm drawing. And like I said, I could be pulling this all out of the air. I don't know, but wow. I don't know. I'm still thinking I'm still going to lean towards a turkey product, and I'm still going to hold pat between 105 and 110 on the proof for this, whatever it is that he had sent me. And after having the Wild Turkey 101, having the Russell's pick right here, this fine, fine sipper that Shane was so gracious enough to drop off last time he was out here. Let me go back to this 101 because I've got to drink these damn things. I just can't leave them sit here. It'd be sacrilege. I'll tell you what. For 20 bucks, 25 bucks a bottle on this stuff, I don't care what anyone says, you just can't go wrong. It's a good sipper. I like it, but it's light. I'm saying light's light on the palate. And then after having, of course, this and then whatever Top Dog had put in there, which has more viscosity, more flavor, more proof. I'm a proofy bitch. Bottom line, I believe that proof brings out more flavor within the bottles. So that's just me. And if it gets too high, you can always add a drop or two of water and bring that proof down a tad in your glass. But that's pretty good. Let me go back. Let me clean this palate off and go back to that pick. But there's one thing when you know a product by its nosing, like the turkey, they it has a distinct aroma to it, and once you know it, and their base or their core line is theirs throughout. The only thing that changes is when the age, or it's not batched, it's a single barrel. And so that really gives it so much more flavor and so much more complexity and viscosity when you get those single barrels versus the batch. But there's nothing wrong with this in the batch. But you do notice the difference. You do notice a difference. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just, yeah, exactly, Richie. You said what I was spitting out of my mouth, and I just noticed what you had said right there. And you know what, Ben? Greg was just saying, the new ones are good, but nothing compared to the like 2018 bottles of turkey. It's just it's just not the same. And they had some older juice in it compared to what's coming out now. So if you have those older bottles like that, you've got some cream of the crop from past. Oh, okay. I did not know. He may have said something to me. I don't know if he did. I know he was in chat, Shane, um, but I don't know. Matt, if you're on there, did you get those samples that Shane dropped off? Yeah, he didn't tell me, and I did speak to him this week, not physically on the phone, but we were chatting via text. God, this pick is so good. Yes, it's delicious. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he got him. That's what we wanted to know. That's fine. Because when he's driving by and he's throwing those things out of the car, Matt, you just never know where they're going to land. That's for sure. Because Shane doesn't like to get out of the car. He just likes to keep moving. But man, that is a darn decent pour he sent me. I just wish I knew exactly what it was that he had sent. So, but that's okay. I'll find out. And I'll let you know. He'll let me know tomorrow once he watches this and gets himself a laugh out of it, because I could be right or I could be way off. But it's okay. That don't make you a bad person. Not at all. Hmm. Got a little confused in my sipping. I'm like, wait a minute, what was I sipping on here? Which glass is which? I know now, because once I took that, that's the regular turkey. I could tell it's a lot thinner compared to the other ones that I was drinking. So it's like, woo. It's almost like after you drink those two, go to this. It's like you're sipping on water for a second there. It's like, wow. Oh, in the chat, Matt, if you have him in front of you, at his age, he's having a moment. He can't remember what he dropped off. It should be on the samples. He just wants to know if you can remind him. Yeah, I say the same thing when Shane talks too. What? And laugh. But that's okay. Just if you can grab those samples and let him know because he's at that age where moments just all of a sudden happen. Hmm. Well, I've been in a room with three turkeys before, and they were all referring to the people that were in the room. Now I'm referring to actually three different wild turkeys in my glass today. Oh, look at this. Speak of the devil. Bam. Hey, Dan, check out this. What a freaking Glen this is, huh? Right there, man. A little wild turkey in this one, the regular 101. Got a pick, Russell's, in this one. Matter of fact, that's the pick. That's the one that Shane's been beating his chest about. And then, for those that have just popped in, Top Dog dropped off something to me while I was here, and I did an unboxing, and he sent me a sample. Now, I have no idea what this is, but he sent me one hell of a sample to which I can really spend some time and figure it out. But I think it's a wild turkey product. I'm not sure, and I guess the proof between 105, 110, it doesn't seem like it drinks that high, but there is that spice on the tongue that makes me feel that it might be up there just a tad. But um, kind of anxious now to see what he has to say to me tomorrow because he had to go to bed. This is late for him. So, and I don't blame him. He made his rounds today. He was on a few streams, so I am sure he had his glass at least two fingers full more than twice. That's for sure. But anyway, my goodness, Kathy Joe, you are still hanging on. You are a trooper. That is for sure. Andrew, what the heck are you doing tonight? And why haven't you popped on here for a few minutes just to say hey and give us an update on your channel? Just so people know what you're doing, what's going on. I know you had a few things in the works, and we just want to know how things are coming along. And feel free to type it in chat. Let us know what's what. You know, it's all good. You don't have to pop on, but we just want to know. Curious minds, curious minds. That is for sure. But anyway, I'm going to finish this up so I can get this one moved over. Hmm. That was good. I do particularly like that pick. Do you ever just get a bottle, a pick in general that it's one of those that calls you to come back to it? Honestly, that's this thing, this particular pick here. I know it's there, but thank goodness for the most part, I have the willpower to stay away from it. And this is actually the first taste I've had from it for maybe 3 weeks or more, maybe. So yeah, I'm doing my best to stay out of it. And I have another pick back there that is as good, but particularly the Russell's picks, and I've got a few more, but they once you get that taste for it, it's like, and it's there. It's like having that piece of pie, that piece of cake, or that ice cream in the freezer. You have that taste and you know it's there, and subconsciously your mind goes back to it saying, God, wouldn't it be good to have some of that now? Wouldn't it be good to have some of that now? I resist temptation a lot, as you all can see, and you can't even see what's on top of that thing. Or God, I feel like Bourbon because I've got some stuff here on the floor, only because I've got to get it back up there, but I've got to move some other stuff because it got in the way here over the last few weeks. Lord, 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 Lord. Here we go. I'm going to premiere at 9 a.m. on Thursdays. You, what? Oh, you're going to do a premiere at 9 a.m. on Thursdays. Gotcha. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. I'm like, well, you can do whatever you want to do, but I got what you're saying. So you may record it in the evening, but it's going to premiere at 9 a.m. on Thursdays. Got it. Now, when is that going to start? Or is that kind of still doing that little ebb and flow right now? Are you producing some stuff like content and you're videotaping? Oh God, here I am videotaping. You're videotaping and working through the process to make the content to do the premieres. Does that sound about right? And like I said, when do you think you're going to release them? We'll be ready this week. So Thursday, we could see a video from you. So you should be a mod, Andrew. Go ahead and post your link to your channel in chat, and I'll put it up there so people will know, so they can go and slap a sub over there if they haven't done it already. So that way they will see the voice of Whiskey Tube when he does his first premiere on YouTube. And you don't have to say what you're going to do. Keep everybody guessing so they'll want to see this. That's for sure. Let me just set this thing down. I don't know why. I know why I'm holding on it, because I'm like, oh God, I got to pour something. I got to pour something, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's see. So let's see. Okay. So Shane, he didn't put it in chat, but I have it. And holy crap, I can get jealous, Really? Uh-huh. Really? Oh, yeah. Really? That last one on there, I'm like, really? So, wow. So we'll have to chat, Matt, so you can understand exactly what it is that you got. I know you can read, but we'll chat, and so you'll know what it is that he sent you on there. But those are some nice little pours right there. I'm like, holy crap. Anyway, wait a minute. I thought I saw Mash Bill on there. When I seen it, seems like what? And then Jerry Black confirmed it. Look at this. Apparently so, Mash Bill. You're not the only one to tell me that if I don't have stuff on the floor, I'm doing something wrong. Well, yeah, but I try to keep everything off of the floor. I really, really do. I don't like it when this desk starts to get bottles piled on it. So I got to get it back on the shelf. And I'm really trying to, in the evenings, like on a Thursday or Friday, generally I don't have another pour until Friday, but my bottles that are about down to there, I'm starting to try to go after them to get them off the shelf to make room for other stuff to take its place because it's time for some bottles to go. Not because I don't like them, it's just time. Okay, here we go. There is the link to Andrew's um, new channel. Also, Richie Z put it up there. So that's it. People go to that, slap a sub so that you can see his premiere. And he has been on these streams. He's been a co-host on Bourbon Neophyte a few times. And I'm sure he will be back on here again in the future because he knows he's always invited. And he and I have done some reviews together on this channel of different whiskeys. So, and believe me, he has a voice for radio. If you have not heard him, you will listen to him. That's for sure, without a doubt. And if anybody that's on here is not subscribed to Mashbill, same thing, get over there, slap a sub to him too. And then right here, we've got the Deathless Dogs on there. If you're not a subscriber to Dan and the Deathless Dogs, you've got to do that also. And yes, we never want to forget the women of whiskey. So particularly, guys, if you have a significant other that is interested in whiskey, but maybe doesn't want to do that with the guys, let's say, ta-da, women of whiskey. You're this is where you need to be. This is where you need to send them. But I subscribe to them also. So yes, we all can subscribe to them. But it is an avenue for ladies to share their experiences and to grow if they're interested in whiskey. And it's not just bourbon. They drink Scotch, they drink Irish, they drink American, they drink bourbon and American malt, bourbon, so on and so forth. But great channel when I can. I love to watch them, watch some of the previews, watch their shorts, watch some of their stuff on Instagram. It's funny. But yeah, get over there and slap a sub to Women of Whiskey. That is for sure. Got to do it. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot. There is Kathy Joe is still here, and she is the other half of Women of Whiskey. She happens to be in here. So yeah, come on down. And here she is. She's commenting again. Even if you're a man and you enjoy watching two women laugh at each other's expense for an hour, it's good watching. It certainly is. And it's just like I tell people here, you don't have to be exceptional, a whiskey person to participate in any one of our channels. Believe me, everyone is welcome no matter where you are in your journey. And these ladies are no different. So please get over there, slap a sub to all of these people that are here in my chat that I put up, because they are also a huge supporter, not only of my channel, but other channels and Whiskey Tube in general. So it's great to have these people, and it's great to get them a few more subs, and also to treat you all to different experiences and some different people and hear their point of views on different things. You know, they are well worth it. Well, I did have chocolate ice cream today, so that probably could be the reason. I'm not sure, Kathy Joe, but it could be. Or it could have been a couple glasses of scotch, not to mention bourbon. Who knows? Who knows? Hold on. I saw JD said something up here. No, but you're right. I have seen your collection there out of the hotel that you're living at over there. But no, 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 you can't be, because when she comes in there, all 30 of those bottles are not empty at once. So yeah, no, I wouldn't agree with that on there. Well, that's true. Ken told me to do that a while ago, is to take some of those that you might want to keep because you have some in there, and take a 2-ounce bottle, pour it in that sample bottle, write on it so you remember what it was, boom, seal it up and put that on the shelf. So a year from now or whatever, 2 years from now, you can go, man, I wish I had a little some more of that. And you can go back to your stash, pull it out, and experience your last 2 ounces. Yeah, Ken does that with a lot of his stuff. That's for sure. So yeah, it is worth doing that. It is definitely worth doing that. But I'm drinking them because, particularly some of these ones, I can get another bottle if I want to. Um, I'm. It's just time for them to go. I mean, they've been sitting there. It's just like everyone else. I get so many more on the shelf. It's like, boom, got to go because I've got so many on this side in this little shelf I haven't even opened yet. So, got to get into those. Got to get some reviews on those. I've got a few samples I've got to get out. So, hey, yep, it's time to get rid of some bottles. And so that is my mission when I'm off work and I'm just relaxing. I come in here, pick a bottle, and work on it for a night or two. Maybe I have to rest it until next week, but generally in a week or two, I can check out another bottle. But hey, there we are. Mm. Now that my palate has had a break between everything, when I went back and sipped this 101, I'm like, whew, that sucker got sweet on me. What the heck was I drinking? And it dawned on me, it's just a regular 101. But, um, my palate was rested. And when I took that sip, I'm like, what the heck did I just sip on? I Wild turkey is sweet in itself. And when you forget what's in your glass and you stop drinking for a while, and it's like, wow, what the heck? That's the wild turkey there, because I finished the pick. Now I just have the unknown to go. The unknown. Excuse me. Sorry. A little bit went down the wrong pipe there. 101 is still hot when it goes down the wrong pipe. There we go. Much, much, much better. No, well, everyone's different. I do get sweetness on it. I get sweetness on a lot of bourbons. It just depends. Some of them, that oak will come right through that thing like a freight train. Others, it's that them spices that really come back on the palate or on the palate, yeah, that really come back on the finish and grab the tongue and in your cheeks and stuff. It's like, whew, that is spicy. Why is it so spicy? Wow. Anyway, yeah, it can happen. It just depends on you. Some people think, and this is what I was told personally, that I didn't say it, but someone told it to me, that wild turkey one just tastes flat to them, like drinking a flat soda. And I'm like, really? I have never experienced that type of a taste before in, I can't say almost any whiskey. I've almost thought for a second about Scotch. I stopped. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, I can't really say that about that. But they come out and told me that, particularly about 101, and I'm like, huh, flat. Okay. To each his own. What you taste, what you get, what you experience, that's you. That's the bottom line. That is you. So it's all good. It is all good. So, everyone that's still here in chat, what's in your glass and what's going to be your possibly last pour of the evening tonight? Let me know, because I'm finishing up this from Top Dog, and I might even add a little more into this glass of whatever it is I'm drinking. Like I said, I still think it's a turkey product, but ooh, it's just like a rich caramel sweetness, vanilla, cinnamon, because I had the Glen cap on it for a while. Definitely get some spice on there now. Definitely got some like a baking spice, almost like a, and I don't like cloves in general, particularly in ham. Do not put cloves in my ham. But for a moment there, it's one of the few times I got like a note of clove on there, and it made me go, hmm. But of course, it was a fleeting moment. But yeah, got to be a turkey product. It's just got to be. I'm not going to second guess myself because I started to go there here for just a few seconds. Like, well, what else has a funk like that? And I'm like, stop, 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 stop. Mm-hmm. And this has it in the center of the tongue. And that's why I'm like, I'm trying to remember how that decades hit, but it drank extremely, extremely well. Extremely well. There you go. It'll be that time. Holy smokes. Look who's here. It's goddamn bacon. What's going on, man? Evening. How's everything with you? I think you're just getting off work, right? That's why you popped in here, if I remember correctly. But anyway, oh, look at this here too. We got another one. 1318 Shelby. Cheers, man. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Sorry about that eyelash or something there just got me. I have no idea. But anyway, always great to see you guys. That's for sure. So for you two that popped on, Top Dog dropped off a box to me a few days ago. And so just for the heck of it, I saved it and I opened it tonight. And inside there was a t-shirt along with a little journal and one heck of a sample that he had sent me. Now, I have no damn idea what this is, but I kind of figured that figured that it was a wild turkey. And I'm not sure, but when I went through a couple of different pours between 101 and a pick, the wild turkey funk, I call it, was in all three, was extremely similar to the pour that I took out of the bottle from Top Dog. So that's what I said. It's got to be a turkey product. And between 105 and 110, I'm just guessing on the proof. Don't know. But tomorrow, when he gets up and he has his coffee and watches this, he will then give me the answer, to which in turn, I will let you all know next week exactly what was in this bottle or what was in this glass. Because I don't know. No clue. And what's up, sir? Besides you.
Oh, well, I heard the invite and I finally got everything taken care of here.
Well, you don't need an invite, but
Oh,
I
well,
figured you at
I
least
always
want to pop
appreciate it.
on and have a pour with us tonight, and
Absolutely.
why not?
And I'm
Uh,
I am drinking one of my new favorites, the Four Roses Small Batch
is
Select.
that's a small batch select, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep, 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 yep,
I
yep.
really like this.
And that's all that counts is that you really, really like it. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute here. Do I see something here? Wait a minute. 1318 Shelby, it is your birthday. Well,
Oh,
happy birthday. Happy birthday. Really, thank you for coming here and spending your birthday with us. I mean, I feel honored that you're here. That's for sure. On your birthday. So let me raise my glass and say,
mm,
cheers to you, man. Happy birthday. Everybody wish you a happy birthday. That's for sure. Cheers.
happy birthday, Shelby.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I'm saying is I don't know. Is it definitely is a, to me, it's got to be a turkey. Like I said, I'm not going to second guess myself. I said that
Mm.
a couple times, and now my mind's starting to go through some other bottles. I'm like, no, stop it. I'm drawing the line right there. I know I said it
Well,
before, but I'm done. It's some turkey.
well,
Period.
Anthony,
Anyway,
if you think you know the proof and you know it's turkey, what turkey product falls into that range? It's not rare
well,
breed. Rare breed's in the 110 to 118, give or take.
yep, yep. But I don't. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's a turkey. Um,
Hmm.
it could be a Russell's. Could be a Russell's.
Yeah.
No, like a pick like that, because the profile's the same between that, between the 101, and there's a lot of similarities, and then that that funk of the turkey is there. So, but anyway, I'll find out. It's good. I'm glad I got it. I have plenty to sample, to which I certainly shall. But I almost thought I got that darn clove for a moment there again. Like, oh, is that clove?
Mhm.
Anyway, put the
And
cap back on that. Finish up the 101.
well, and the Saffel I just checked out is 106.6. That could be an option.
Hmm?
Come here.
Anyway, so this Thursday is going to be your first premiere video. Oh, look at that. Look at that killer. So, you know
Yeah.
what, Vic? I was thinking that,
Hmm.
and I may have said that in the beginning. It might be his blend.
Mm.
Yeah, I get that turkey note. And he talked about his blend, and he talked about it a couple of times when we were together. And I mean, when I go through these other two turkeys, Vic, it's there. I mean, to me, it's like, ooh. So there could be some turkey in there. I'm not saying there's none of it, but it to me it seems turkey is the most prevalent in if it is his blend. So like I said, I will see. I will see. And then if it is his blend, I'm going to ask him what is in that blend because I picked up a lot of wild turkey type of notes on that thing. So, mhm. So it's going to be interesting to see what that is. And like I said, you're right. That could be out of that barrel that he did that blend with. Hmm. Now you're on to something, Vic. Now I'll second guess myself, but I think he's got turkey in that mix. I'm not trying to step back, but there's got to be some definite turkey in there because it is very, very prevalent. But again, I damn well could be wrong, and that's okay. That is definitely okay. So back to this. Thursday is your premiere, and that's what you're going to try to do is release it at 9 a.m. on
9 a.m.
Thursdays. Okay.
On Thursdays, yeah. My Thursday work week is pretty light, so I can take a few minutes away and actually participate in the premiere.
Okay. Well, perfect. Perfect.
And I'll get to learn how that works, but
It's a
I'm
process.
sure it can't be too bad.
No, it's a process. That's for sure. It is a process. Just keep working it, and eventually you'll do it. I mean, it'll just you'll work some things out, and it'll be a lot smoother the second time, the third time, and the 10th time.
Oh,
Because
I
each
bet,
time
I
it gets a
bet.
little better. Yeah.
I've
Yep.
you know, not counting all the times I messed up, I've recorded the episode 3 times with, and the sound is a little better each time. And I say, oh, that's not quite right. I can do better. And at some point, I just got to stop and realize,
Do
it could
not
be better.
beat
But
yourself up over it. That's for sure. Nobody will
but
know you made an oops, an error, or whatever. Believe me.
yeah,
Every so often, I'll go back and look at the very first video I did. It's like, what was I thinking? But I have progressed. I have moved up. And everybody does that. And even Mike Stahl talked about it, you know, from the first videos that they had done to where they are now. It's like, I should probably get rid of those. Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't. No, not at all.
yeah. No, I will delete the one that says, yeah, we're starting in January. But other than that, I think I'll only delete them if I re-record one and say, I'm at the
Yeah,
point I can do that better. I've still got the script. I can just reread it, re-record it,
yeah.
then do a one-for-one replacement.
So
But since
have you been down to Liquor Lineup and tried their Heaven's Door pick?
I have not tried the Heaven's Door pick.
So they got a Heaven's Door pick in there, and I tried it on Saturday, and that was pretty good. That was the first Heaven's Door I have ever tried. Coming in, I think it was 120 proof, maybe a smidge over. I found it to be pretty good. And I also tried that Blade and Bow from Stitzelweller, the factory the distillery that brought us Pappy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear a lot about them, and I hear people that are very much on each side of the fence on that one.
Well, I did a impromptu live review from Liquor Lineup yesterday on that with that bottle because they had one there, and I tried it. And for a 91 proofer, I thought it was pretty damn good. I really did. Because I said that's unusual for me to find something like this that I really like. And one of the ones I really do is the straight bourbon from Smoke Wagon. At 92 proof, I was trying to remember what that bottle was. It's 92 proof. I like it. It has just enough spice in it that makes me go, okay, that's okay. If it was 95, 98 on the proof, oh, to me, I think that would change it all there. But Aaron's going to do what Aaron's going to do, and that's it. Let's just say 92 proof. It's fine. It's good. I sipped on some. I've got a bottle right there from the holidays that I've got to finish, and I've been
Oh, I
sipping
see
on.
it.
Yep, it's sitting up there. Let me move my. There we go.
There you go.
There it is. It's sitting right there, and I had some yesterday. I think. What was today? Today's Sunday. Yesterday, I had 2 glasses out of that, and I'm very happy with it. But yeah, they have that blade and bow there. They had that pick that they did from Heaven's Door, and they had a Nulu rye. I was trying to think, is it Nulu? Yeah, it was a Nulu rye they had there, and I think they even had some Elijah Craig barrel proof. I can't remember. It was B 522 or the C 922, but they still had a few of those left over the weekend. So
Yeah, last time I looked, they had some of each. I bought the C. I heard the B was so-so,
yeah.
but the C was really good. So I have a C.
Well, you know what? I have all of them from 21. I did not buy any of them from 22, and I turned them down twice, A, B, and C. Could have had all 3 in one shot at Liquor Lineup because I think they're good, but I like the C921 the best that I had last year, and so I got my backups for that. So I'm good on that one. And I just didn't, get any more this past year. I just purchased other things. It's that FOMO thing. Well, you know what? If I miss out, I miss out. I don't care. But I turned down a pick. Was I at Corey's 2 weeks? I know it was at Corey's. It's about 2 weeks ago. And the problem with it is it was only 94 proof. And I go,
Oh, that one.
yeah.
The Corey's pick, I hear, might be the one to get.
Well,
Is the
they're good, but you know what? The 94, what are you bringing this shit in at 94 for? Get it at least 100 or north. I mean, come on. Why? But that's just what they do. And so I just like, no. My wife says, you don't want it? And I go, no, it's only 94 proof, an 8-year, I think it was. I'm like, nah, I'm good with it. All right, Ben.
Oh,
Night, sir.
cheers, Ben. Good night.
Like the whiskey encore, but on Sunday night. Shh, don't tell Cheech that. Don't tell Cheech that. But I like whiskey encore. Like I said, that's a great, great channel, and he does a great job on there. That's for sure. But
Cheech is really the guy that moved me from watching Whiskey Tube to participating in Whiskey Tube.
mm-hmm.
And I'm so
It
glad
happens.
he did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But Anthony, when I went to Corey's for the first time a week or two ago, I was surprised how small it was. But the pick
I was
hear
up there about 2 weeks ago. Like I said, it was raining cats and dogs. When we had the rain here on that Monday, because I'm trying to think, why were we off on that Monday? There was a holiday. Oh, MLK Day was the 16th. So we were out and about. And so we ended up having to go to that side of town because my wife had to pick up something at Michael's. And it was only at that one. And I said, do you realize that's Henderson? So anyway, away we go. Well, we were a half mile from Corey's. So just drive further up Eastern and boom, there we were. But anyway, yeah. And they cleared out a lot of stuff. And when you walked in, where the bourbon was, as soon as you come in, it hits you. And then the Scotch was on this side. It used to be 2 rows of bourbon and Scotch was on the opposite side. So they had rearranged some stuff since I had been there last. And they really didn't have much. I mean, they had good stuff, don't get me wrong, but nothing I absolutely needed and had to, and had to take with me. All right, there, Stan. Cheers, man. Thanks for popping on.
Good night, Stanley. Gin,
Yeah.
yeah, that, ouch.
Yeah. Wait till
But
you get home. It's still floating around on the shelves here for uh, half that, or
yeah,
half
Anthony,
that without a doubt.
for Corey's, I hear the one pick to get is everybody sees the Frey Ranch bourbon cask strength store pick. They allegedly have a rye.
I didn't see it when I was up there.
It's on their website.
Oh, well, it might be. You have to ask, but I did not see it up there because generally it'll be right on the floor, as you come in, because that's how it was the last one that I got up there. Oh, May or June this past year. I picked up one, and then I picked up one for Stahl and Adam, and that's good. I still have some of that one left. It's sitting here, and I love the picks. The picks are phenomenal in Frey Ranch. I would have to try a Glen or two of the rye before I bought it.
Understandable. It made somebody's top five. I don't know what pick it was,
Excuse me.
but in general, their rye did. But I
I
do
just
like Frey
wasn't a
Ranch.
fan of their rye, particularly the standard rye, and it's a higher proof than the bourbon. That just was like, eh. But the picks in the bourbon, Frey Ranch, oh, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I have
phenomenal.
I have a soft spot for them. They're from rural northern Nevada. I'm from rural northern Nevada, even though I live in Vegas now.
Hmm.
So so Frey Ranch is literally like 50 miles from where I grew up.
Oh yeah, I believe in supporting them, but I just don't like their normal expressions, their core expressions, their core range.
Yeah.
Just it's okay, but I don't know. There's just something about it that makes me go. I wouldn't. I wouldn't really turn it down. It'd be like, all right, I'll have a little bit of it. You know, but
Twist the arm there.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Then it'd be like, you'd probably really have to twist my arm to get the second one down. But I would drink it. But in general, it's not on this shelf or that shelf or the shelf above it or the, the two more below it. Yeah, it's just I don't own it. I just have the picks, and as far as I'm concerned, that's all anybody needs. It's all anybody needs.
Look, as long as you got a good person picking, the picks are likely to be better than what you can get off the standard stuff of
Oh
almost
yeah,
anything.
exactly, exactly. But if they keep going the way they're going with their picks, it's going to catch on. I mean, and as far as I know, none of the picks sit on the shelf, especially the Frey Ranch ones. Now I picked up the a Frey Ranch pick December. It was a Saturday, so I'm gonna say it was around the 16th. I got it from Liquor World. They were dumping them for $39.
I know
I
that's crazy.
know. And if I could have got more than two, I would have. But they didn't have any more when I got there. Oh well. See if you can get the Frey Ranch oat or wheat. I've never seen that out. I
I've
think
never
that's
seen those.
distillery only.
Boy, that makes me want to go home for a week. But well, wheat does. I don't know. The only oat whiskey I've had is terrible.
Yeah. Like I said, I've not seen either one of those here. At least not on the shelf. So that's why I said they might be a distillery only, or they just don't have them at the stores I go to here. I go to quite a few of them, have not seen either one. And, JD's not the first person to mention that to me. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Well, good. And Richie, let us know when you're coming to visit.
Yeah.
But Anthony, you're right about the free range picks not sitting on shelves because liquor lineup is on their second store pick, right? Because the first one was gone.
I still think they have a few of this last pick. When I say a few, I think they're down to just a couple of cases. Yeah, because it did move. They're just good. They're good. I have not tasted a bad pick from their bourbon. Haven't. And everyone I've tasted, I'm like, oh yeah, this thing is good. This thing is good. So that's now when I see a pick, particularly if I can get a sample of it before I buy it, shit. You're talking my language for that for sure. All right. Well, since I am drinking this turkey stuff and I've had 3, I might as well stay on that for my last pour. And since Richie Z was talking about the Spirit of Kentucky, I haven't had that in a while. So I think that is going to be my pour because with these proofs I had, I'm not going to try a Scotch. Let's see. Oh, here we go. There we go. Get a little of that in the glass. Let me get that cork. It's been a minute since I opened it. Let that just sit there. There we go. You don't want to break the cork off. Ooh, that smells so good. Let me get a fresh Glen here. Geez, I've already went through 4 Glens. That happens. Oh, yeah. All righty. Set that here next to that. You see something here. Bottled on 5/5 of 21. It doesn't say distilled date on here. I thought it did for a second there. I'm like, nope. It does not have a distill date. Let me see if I can see the laser code. Sometimes you pick them up. Other times you could stare at this thing till you're blue in the face and you can't see it. I see it, but I can't make out everything that's on there. Nope. See it, but too much glare. Anyway, it's all right. That is okay. Here we are. Oh, look at this. Cheers. Just had some mint chocolate after dinner, so I guess I'm pouring rye. There you go, Faz. That we were just talking rye, so there you go.
That seems like a good plan.
Hope you are doing well, sir. Nice to see you here and appreciate you popping on. Always great to have you guys over there in New Zealand pop on. This Kentucky Spirit, I don't care. Every time I sip it, it is such a refined pour. What I mean by that is it's Wild Turkey 101, but it's that single barrel. It's just
Mm-hmm.
richer in flavor and viscosity versus the standard 101. And oh, I just love it with that oiliness I get on it. Um, and now the bottle's definitely halfway, and it's had some time to really open up, and the flavor on it to me is just fantastic. Mm. The turkey funk comes in on this, but it's much later in the finish, and it's much more subdued than like the 101 on there. It's there, but it's just much more subdued. It's just, like I said, it's just such, it's a full step up from 101, even though it's the same juice,
Flavor
but
though.
it's the single barrel. It's not a blend of, you know, 200 barrels to get that flavor profile in that bottle. But it's, I like it. Like I said, I would definitely spend the money without a doubt to get it again. Still listening and reading comments, popping back in to report that my statistical analysis assignment and essay are done. And now I've got a whole 23 minutes to complete my midterm exam. You know what?
Ooh.
I do not miss those days, Kathy Joe. I swear. I raise a glass to you, and I do wish you well, and I know you'll do well. But gosh, I that was awful working, and when I worked and went back to school. Oh my gosh! So 50 hours at work, and then another 5, 6 hours sometimes a night afterwards. Oh yes, my hat's off to you. That's for sure. You go, girl. Yeah, I'm done with that.
I enjoy statistical analysis, but I'm not sure I could go back to school now.
Oh yeah, I can't. I can't. I did it, and thank goodness for my wife being a teacher. And funny story though is when I went to college the first time, computers were not prevalent. They were there, but they were more a glorified typewriter back in the 80s. So fast forward to the 2000s, and I did it all online through the University of Phoenix. She had to show me how to do a lot of things, particularly Google searches, because I didn't have to do it. And then everything was online. So my books were online. And that drove me crazy because I didn't like reading on the computer. I said, I need a book. So back then, I would just get the IBSN number, go to Amazon because Amazon was a book company, and boom, have the book sent to me. Yeah. Oh, and then a few of them, that code happened to be the instructor's edition because that's the instructor was getting the work from. Well, hey, sorry. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that, that's for sure. 10 months, 5.5 semesters left until graduation. Not that you're counting, right, Kathy Joe? Not that you're counting. The statistical analysis I do in my day job is way better than this crap. Oh, it always is. It always is. That long haired, boring crap when you're sitting in that classroom or whatever. It's like, why? Just poke my eyes out or something so I don't have to do this anymore. If the Kentucky Spirit was at cast strength instead of proofing it down to 101, then I would say it was far worth the price point. It's very good, but hard to love when rare breed is cheaper. And you are right. Rare breed is cheaper and it's higher proof, but I just love the flavor in this Kentucky Spirit. I honestly do. But you're right. Rare breed is cheaper, and I can't knock you on that. And I would definitely buy that too. But there's always been an affection for me towards this Kentucky Spirit. I really like the viscosity of it. Really do. Got some MGP Redemption Rye, which is hitting nicely. That Redemption Rye is absolutely phenomenal, Fez. I picked up the High Rye Bourbon in a pick last year, and I had to struggle to find another one, and I did. So I have the new bottle and I have a backup, and that rye is so good, so good. But they just hit it out of the park with that Redemption. Just hit it out of the park.
I need to pause for a moment and say cheers to Z-Man. I don't think I've seen him on a stream in a while.
You may not have, but I have.
You have. Well, I
He's
keep
yeah.
missing him, but cheers, Z-Man.
Hey, always raise the glass to Z-Man. That's for sure. Mm. Yep, that's
Says
about what we're going to
memories
do. Is
suck.
probably about another 15 minutes, and I'm going to wrap it up for the night and call it a night because I'm going to be up early. My wife had her infusion today. Normally she has it on Saturdays, but the nurse that comes to the house was not feeling well, so they rescheduled it to today, but she didn't get here till this afternoon, like at 2, and it's about a 5-hour thing. So um, she's just, before I did the stream, she went and lay down in bed, and she's out for the night, but I just want to go and check on her, make sure everything is good. Sometimes she has a little reaction after those things, so I just want to make sure she's all good. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it. And I'm just trying to think, because you're making me think, where is my extra bottles? And I hate when I don't know offhand, but I have a good guess as to where they are, and I think they're on this side. Yep, they are. I see them on the bottom shelf. They're on the floor, but they're on the bottom part of the shelf. So there's still something underneath them, but technically they're on the floor. Oh yes, and I love Bullet. Fast. I love Bullet Rye. I think it's great. I really do for the money. But that Redemption, phew, it is a solid sipper. And like I said, I got the High Rye, and so it comes in the High Rye Bourbon. It comes in at 105. Yeah, I think it's at 105. And for some reason, that is the sweet spot for that one for me. It is just so good. So good. Oh, always do, Kathy Joe. Always do. I cannot fall asleep at night. One, if she's not there, or two, I don't have my arm around her. Can't. Never have. I mean, in 25 years, cannot. It's just this thing. I tell her, come on, got to go to bed. Let's go. And she goes, I'm not tired. I go, I don't care. I can't sleep unless you're there. She's got television. She turns it on. I fall asleep. That's it. I do. See what's going on. All right, man. Cheers. I will talk to you next week, and I will see you around, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, Mark. You have a wonderful night, my friend. Thank you for popping in. It is. Like I said, we'll be married 25 years this June, together about 28, something like that. And it doesn't seem that long. Honestly, it doesn't. But yeah, I just cannot just fall asleep unless she's there. Just can't. Don't know why. Can't explain it. But I guess you just get so used to that person sitting there next to you snoring away that that's your lullaby and makes you fall asleep. Don't know. Can't tell you. But hey, Faz, what are you getting that redemption for over there? What's it costing you over there? Because here it's about, depending upon the bottle, for the sake of argument, $50. So I figured for you it's got to be close to a C note. And it's his taxes that they pay over there, people. It's not because they pay, well, they do pay exorbitant prices for whiskey there, but it's the taxes that they pay over there. Oh, 68? Okay. So you paid 68. Ah, that's not damn bad then. We're probably
It
being
doesn't
ripped
sound
off.
bad.
We're probably being ripped off. But not, I mean, in general, the redemption is that um, I'm trying to remember what that pick was that I got. And I'm going to say it was in the $50 price range. 44 USD. Okay, so I said $50, so that's right. The bottles range between 39 and $50. So okay. Nah, not too bad then on there. I mean, I know you'd rather buy it at 44 than, $68, but that's not. Oh, yours is, yeah. Well, we're going to that stupid 700 mil bottles. Yeah, but everybody's doing that shrinkflation, but that's going to be the norm now. But that's starting to happen here. As a matter of fact, that Glen Morangi, what is that, a 750? Oh, it's still a 750. I wasn't sure if this Glen Morangi, if they dropped it down, but nope, it's still a 750. And let me see what else. Well, what else? I think I know the stuff's coming out because I hear people talking about it. I don't think I have anything that's 700 mils right now. Oh yeah.
Oh,
And I bet you a lot of people don't. Well, they might know it there, but they may pass it up. But you know a good thing when you can get it, and that is a good thing. Honestly, it is. I think it's really one of the best ones going out there. Thank you, buddy. You have a great evening. Cheers to you. Look forward to seeing you again next week, brother. Cheers. Mm.
oh. Anthony, 700, the two new JD bottles, if you have either of those.
Yes, there you go. They are the triple mash and the bonded. Yep. I was gonna say, I know it's out there. Damn it. I said I just can't think of it, but you got it.
Oh.
But there are a couple of other ones that are out there because I've heard other people talk. Besides those two, I just don't remember what they are, but those two for sure. Those two are coming into the 700 milliliter bottles.
No.
They
Good night,
definitely
Richie
are.
Z. You too. Whiskey too would not be the same without you. Yeah, I haven't had the bonded. I have a bottle of the triple mash, and I like it. In fact, even my wife likes it.
Well, Chris, I am glad you could stop in. We're going to be on for about 10 more minutes or so, but glad for you to pop in, say hello, check up on us. Got Faz here too, so the Down Under clan is well represented. That's for sure. Well
Yeah.
represented. Canada was here. Now we got New Zealand and Australia here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's a good night.
and Chris, how are you feeling?
Yeah, that is true. How are you doing, particularly Chris? How's everything with you? I know when I actually last saw you, um, you were definitely on the mends. You didn't have anything on your hand and stuff anymore, so that was a good thing. Oh yeah, I actually saw a snippet on that, Chris, about Auckland. So I'm glad you mentioned that. When I say a snippet, there was something across my news feed about flooding, and I just didn't remember where, but I knew it was somewhere. I thought it was Australia, but now we're talking New Zealand. So, but they were just talking about record rains and floods. Oh, good. All dry where he is. Good, good, good. But, it's one of those things that you need the rain. You just wished it was not a dump all at once. It was just something that was a nice steady rain all day. It's kind of like here, we get rain and then it dumps, but we've been lucky. The last couple times we had rain, and matter of fact, the 16th, I think was the last time we had measurable rain, which we actually could get some tonight. It was supposed to have been drizzling here not too long ago.
I got hit with 2 bouts earlier this evening.
Okay. I didn't get anything here that I'm aware of, but I thought I heard rain dripping on our aluminum patio cover. So, but I don't know. I didn't go out and like, I'm not worried about that. Here we go. Hand is out of splint, knee is slowly improving, and kidneys seem to be behaving themselves currently. I'm not laughing at you, man, but it's like one thing, boom, then another thing, boom, and then boom, the kidneys. It's like, wow. Well, good. Just keep drinking lots of water. That's for sure. Keep them things flushed out, but it happens. Knock on wood that you're doing good. That's all I give a shit about. Hey, did Lil finish the precinct? The police station? I don't think I saw anything on Discord on that. And I know she was working on that. And I said to her, I says, are you building your office? I says, I got to see where your office is in there. And she said, when she's done, she'd show me, but I don't remember her posting any pics. Oh, speak of the devil. Hold on. Good. I'd rather talk to you in person.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I figured I'd just come in.
Yeah. So, did Lil finish the police station?
I did.
Yes.
It's on Discord.
It's on Ken's Discord.
It is?
Yeah.
And you have the arrow pointing to your office, right? So I'll know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called the donut shop.
I thought for a second I thought you were going to say the loo.
Well, it actually does have one of those in there, so it's a
It's actually got 2.
fully equipped police station, which is
I saw the
politically
pictures.
correct as well. So yeah,
I saw the pictures. I mean, when she was building it. So, and I was like, wow, that's more detailed inside than I thought.
yeah.
I was like, wow.
And next door, it has on the side of the building, it has a donut shop, and on the other side, it has a sort of like an apartment and a little newsstand out the front. But the fact that there's a donut shop, that's what I bought it for primarily because, you know.
Oh, congratulations. There you
Hey,
go.
Kathy Joe.
If you weren't exhausted, I tell you now you actually earned that pour before you go to bed.
Yeah, good news to hear that you got your A.
Hey, Kathy
Yeah.
Joe.
There you go. Lil's in the background saying hi, Kathy Joe.
You know, when I was in the home stretch a few years ago for when I went back to school, I had a 4.0 grade point average right up to about the last
There you
2
go.
or 3 weeks before I graduated, only because I was like, I don't care. I just need to get a B or a C on this last paper. I didn't care. And I got a B, and it dropped me down to like a 3.85 or a 3.95, but I didn't care. I just didn't care. Oh, look at there.
Yeah,
Yes.
but typical.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame you, Kathy Joe. Definitely have that nightcap. Exactly. And that's how I feel too, Lilith. Believe me, she needs congratulating because I know exactly what that's like. It's awful. Awful working and going back to school.
Yeah, well, I just
Really.
had a interview this morning for a new position at work, so
At the donut
find out
shop?
how that went by the end of the week.
Yeah. There you go. Well,
So,
tell her I got my fingers crossed.
no, this is for me, not for Lil.
Oh, I thought you said
I
Lil.
had a new interview. No, I had an interview for another role. So trying to get off shift.
So you're
Just
trying to
going
get
back to being.
you're
Just
trying to
going
get
back
back
to
to a
Monday to
normal
Friday.
shift. Yeah,
Yeah.
like daylight. Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of yes. Yes.
Because my boss has put me on with my knee since I can't drive now. Since beginning of the year, he's turned around and just put me on day shifts. So I'm losing a truckload of money because I'm not doing shift work. So
Yep. But it's your
Go to this new-
quality of life, Chris. That's
yes,
that's
but I'd like to have the extra money so that I can pay for all this alcohol that I've got sitting in the
well,
States.
that's
to get over.
true. I totally understand. I totally understand. But the quality of your life is what's more important.
Oh yeah, well that's where this other role is Monday to Friday. Although there is our CEO announced the other day that we're going to be bringing in 4-day work weeks, so 20% less hours and same pay. So I'd rather get up to a higher banded role with much higher base rate and
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, and you do recall, so you get paid up. 4 hours overtime if you get called in. So,
Mm-hmm.
and you're on that once for a week for a month, and that's it. Suits me.
Yeah. Exactly. And Kathy Joe, you are so right. But I just couldn't do it anymore. And I don't know how my wife did it. You know, she got her doctorates and I just
No,
I couldn't do
4-day
that.
work weeks are not standard, Faz.
Wish they were standard.
A 9-day fortnight is pretty standard. So you get an RDO each week, each fortnight. So,
Well,
but yeah, they're bringing in the new idea of 4-day work week because they reckon that it's going to increase our productivity.
it definitely will increase the morale because who doesn't want to work just 4 days a week?
Well,
Some
that's
people
it.
go, some people say, I got to be here 2 more hours. I don't want to be here 8 hours, let alone 10.
That's where I want to have it so that when it comes in for me, I want to have the Friday off and the Monday off. So I have a 4-day weekend. So you work 4 days, have 4 days off, work 4 days, have 2 days off, work 4 days, have 4 days off, work 4 days.
That sounds horrible. Horrible, Chris.
It'd be terrible to have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to day shift and stay on that same shift for 4 days. Oh,
Terrible. I don't know how I'd handle it. Having weekends off and.
but you'll try it. I know you will give it a go
I'm willing to sacrifice myself for it, for the greater good.
for the greater good. That's right.
That's right.
I commend you for it. Absolutely.
And it'll mean that I'll be able to get back on Kenmore.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was in and out this morning. I was having a little internet issues, and I was worried that I was going to have them tonight. As a matter of fact, just before I popped on Livewire just to say hi, it was giving me fits. And I don't want to jinx myself, and I'm going to sign off here in just a little bit, but it has went without a problem, and I don't want to become the munted pub.
Well, that's where Ken was going when I went to bed last night, and Ken was still going when I got up this morning.
Yeah, because
I think
he went on. Well, wait a minute. Is he ahead or behind you?
2 hours behind.
Okay, so he was on at like 8 p.m. your time or his time, 8:30.
8:30 his time, 10:30 p.m.
like
my time.
4:30 in the morning here, 4 a.m., 4:30 in the morning here, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, the dog happened to get me up today at that time. And once I get up and walk through the house and then to let her outside and that 33-degree air was like 2 degrees hit me, it's like, boom, I am up for the rest of the day. And so, so I'm a little tired now. And then I still have to get up at 5 a.m. and got a doctor's appointment at 8:15 in the morning. So arthritis, but that's fine now. I found this snake oil and that's what I call it. But honestly, my wife's cousin sent it to her, and it's called Royal Warrior. All right, and it's a hand cream or whatever, elbow cream, wherever you got your aches and pains, but it's made with hemp.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I figured I don't give a shit if it takes the pain away.
Yeah.
Man, I rubbed that thing on for a couple of days, and by about the 3rd, 4th day, I realized, I'm not waking up with my hands so stiff that I have to literally push on them to get them to work and like to hold a cup of coffee. That's why I had to switch to the smaller cups for a while.
Oh,
my ogre chalice.
Yeah, I noticed you switched off the ogre chalice.
I couldn't hold it. It just my knuckles hurt. That pressure, and it's not much. I mean, it isn't much.
Yeah, I had that with this hand while I trying to do things after the splint until it strengthened up.
Yeah,
so.
But it just hurt like the dickens. So he sent her this stuff. So I started to use it, and I'm like, holy smokes! And it's pretty much my left hand. I don't even notice it anymore. The right was always the worst, but the left, it's very rarely gives me any fits. But it's once a day, maybe twice, once in the morning, and then before I leave the house in the afternoon for work, I may rub it on there, and away I go. And, there's no like ibuprofen or anything like that in there, no anti-inflammatory that's like pharmaceutical. It's all just basically all natural. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. It's like $50 for I'm going to say maybe 100-gram jar.
Yep.
And but shit, it works, Chris. So I told her, here it is on Amazon, get it. I bought it for me, and she bought one for my father, and we took it down to Arizona for Christmas. So I meant to ask. I keep forgetting to ask him about it. You know, hey, you using that snake oil?
So what's it called again?
Royal
Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have to see if it's available for over here because it might be good for my knee.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that shit just within a few days of using it, you know, it wasn't like the next day. It took a couple
Yeah.
days, and then
Oh yeah,
when I
with
reached for
anything like that,
something,
it takes
I'm
a
like,
couple of days.
hey, you know, I realized I was moving my hand.
Yep.
Because the mornings I just couldn't move them. You know, I would have to get them. Once I got them going and kind of stretched them out, it was okay in about a half hour. Yeah, they weren't perfect, but I just knew. And then as the night went on, it would get worse. But oh man, this stuff is, I'm not saying it's amazing, but shit, it's just worked. So, hey, if it works and I'm not taking, ibuprofen and stuff like that, I'm using it, and I can keep this because if I'm on ibuprofen or if I'm on
You
acetaminophen,
cannot have
you
any of
cannot
that
have
other stuff.
no, you cannot have that stuff.
That's where I just had 10 days of not drinking because of the kidney infection that I wound up with.
Oh yeah, all the antibiotics don't like them either. No, and those are a son of a gun. My wife has had a few of them, and touch wood, I've been very lucky, and have never had one. But I know, like my wife and other people have, and they go, "Holy smokes!" And then to have the kidney stone on top of it,
Kidney stones just add the icing on the cake. I tell you, I mean,
yeah,
I've had a kidney stone 4-5 years ago, and yeah, it was literally the most painful thing I've ever dealt with.
Like trying to push a golf ball through a straw. I understand.
No, well, I actually, I've been stabbed and all sorts of things, and that had absolutely nothing compared to the kidney stone.
I'm not laughing at you, but the look on your face says it all right now. Oh yeah, no, that's serious.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And then the infection, which I had, it was painful, but it wasn't as painful as kidney stone. But they said in the scans I was starting to form up some kidney stones, so we got on some of the alkalinity drinks and cleaned out my kidneys with that.
Hey, knowing is half the battle.
So I have an ogre chalice of that every second day, and so my Jack Daniel's cup is now for my.
Hey, you got to do it, man. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it.
I just basically think that I'm drinking Jack Daniel's with Tennessee lemonade when I'm drinking that stuff. So,
as long as you can fool yourself, that's all that counts.
Oh, it's like drinking the powdered lemonade. So yeah. You're not having to fool yourself too hard.
Without a doubt. What do we got here? Yeah, exactly. Yep, it would definitely not be recommended with stuff like that, without a doubt. But you know what? I'm just glad that you're doing much better.
Yeah.
And I could tell in your voice compared to 2 weeks ago.
Oh
you
yeah.
Could hear it. Yeah. You could hear it. Yeah.
I was getting pretty down with the fact that, well, I haven't been able to drive for 3 months.
Yep.
So, and being up, with not being able to do that, you can't get out of the house easy. And then, so you haven't been seeing people. So, Been a bit of a
Exactly.
godsend because I've had my cousin come down and move in with us for a couple of weeks while he's buying a place down here, and
Oh,
that's been good. So I've got a little bit of extra company when
when
Lil
Lil's work.
goes to work or she goes away for work. So
Yeah. That happens. That definitely happens. She's got to do that. But yeah, without a doubt, it is good. Just someone to talk to or whatever. And, God forbid if something happened, someone was
gives me
there.
someone to sit in the hot tub with. It feels a little wrong sitting in a hot tub, a 5-man hot tub, completely by yourself.
I don't have a problem doing that in mine. But
It
now's
feels a little
the
weird.
time here to get into it. In the summer, when it's 40 degrees, 45 degrees, yeah, no, I'm not going into it because you can turn the heat off on mine, and it would
Yeah.
still be 45 degrees, 50
No,
degrees.
well, because mine's under a gazebo and it's got a cover over it. I've got the temperature on it set to 31, but it's effectively really 24 degrees centigrade in the water. So it's just a beautiful, nice, cool temperature when it's 32, 33 degrees and above outside the water. That in
And
centigrade.
that's perfect. Mine is out in the sun, but it's submerged in the ground.
Yeah, mine's
So
in
it only
all
comes up,
above.
it only comes to about your knees,
Yep.
even though all the rest of it's in there.
Yep.
And you can't get in it in July. You just can't. That water is like 105, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. It's covered. I mean, it's insulated. There's a cover and everything on it. But
Well,
it
no
is.
wonder you didn't invite us around on Labor Day weekend.
Ah,
It
dude,
would have been 130 in the spa.
you could not. You couldn't. No, no one gets in it. No one gets in it.
But
Without a doubt.
but there is discussions about whether or not we are winding back up in Vegas again this year.
Well, you did say that it's you're looking at the itinerary if you're leaving August, if you're leaving September, and
Well, we've got my best friend's daughter is going to be over there for Labor Day weekend. I basically said to him that he should think about going over and then come elsewhere in the States with us. So we may be back in Vegas around that time. So
okay. Well, I'll be
All
there
right.
around that time too.
yeah, I know Andrew won't be too far away either.
No, he's just a couple of miles from me, literally.
Yep.
He's literally just a couple of miles from me. When I say down the street, he literally is down
Well,
the street.
Andrew came to our unit last year, so
Yeah. Yep. He found it over there and he got over there.
yep.
But
I did. We were actually out of town for Friday and Saturday that weekend, and so apparently there were a lot of people that came for the beginning of the long weekend that I missed and never got to meet. But
Yeah, because Shane left, Vic
Yep.
and Stanley left on Sunday morning.
Vic.
So yeah, there was a fair few people that went out Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
Chad
I
and
was-
Sarah went out Sunday afternoon. I think
yeah, and I was driving back to
Freaking
Vegas
have a left.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. So yeah, there's a fair few people that sort of
Yep.
disappeared, which kind of made it a little bit easier to manage because there was enough people in our apartment that evening anyway.
Oh yeah. You had a few, I heard.
And it made it much. I had that little bit more of the Bourbon Boiler Lee's hazmat to be able to bring home then too.
Oh, that was good.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to close it up here so I can get things together, go check on the wife, take my shower, and hit the hay. But it has been a pleasure talking to everybody. I thank everybody in chat and on the stream. I want y'all to have a good evening, and I will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Anthony.